frame. No, it's the ADHD time frame. Do not be rolling those down this hallway. You damage my chairs. I'm going to damage your everything. Great. Okay. Hayden and... Oh, I'm sorry. What?
What are they banning? So the cups that are banned are bell, mushroom, yes, go. Should I start streaming? Yeah. It always picks their map. What's going on?
Here we go. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Coming at you from the world of esports back at Middletown South, and we're going out with another Mario Kart match. We're actually doing a scrimmage today. So it is a practice match to get us ready for the season, and we're gonna just start into it right away. We've already banned a couple cups here. So I believe we've banned the Flower Cup, the Mushroom Cup, the Crossing Cup, and there was one more that I have forgotten. But either way, we've banned a bunch of stuff, and there's only a certain amount of maps that are left. Our players are currently picking their cars right now. So this will be interesting. By the way, I hope you guys are having a great day today. If you look out, you will see absolutely nothing but snow, since we are basically in an ice age at the moment. Alright, so we were actually had the other school in here before, but then something happened to kick them out, so we're just gonna really quickly wait for them to join back in here. There they are. Perfect. Alright, now we're gonna go ahead and pick our races and whatnot. And we're gonna get going here. Perfect. Alright, so now we're gonna pick the cup we do. We're going with the dry desert. If you're not familiar with how this works, each team gets to pick one, and they pick from one of those maps. They're all picking the same map. We're going with the dry desert. This is an interesting map, because in a way, it's got a couple of shortcuts you can use, but it's also got a lot of things you can die to. Or in this case, just get hit. So this will be interesting, starting right away here with the first race. We're gonna get right into it. Alright, here we go. Our players are starting off with a fantastic lead already. You can see on the mini-map that everybody's very close. One of our players actually... See, that's the problem with this map. Sometimes you can, like, rear off into, like, one of those sandy areas, and then you can kind of, like, get stuck like that. And that kind of causes a bunch of problems. So, yeah, that's one of the main issues with this map, which makes it pretty challenging. But we're coming back with it. We're gonna figure it out. Okay, one of our players are doing okay right now. Okay, now, so there's an underwater part of this map, geysers and all that. They push you up. And you can, oh, I didn't know that. You can actually trick off of those. I actually had no idea that was a thing until now. Until somebody just did it. That's interesting. Okay, the pillar just fell, leaving a trick spot open for them to go off of. We're currently in 3rd and 4th place right now. He's got a mushroom, though. He's going to use it to take some of those trick routes that are perfect for cutting corners in this map. Yeah, if you have a mushroom in this map, it's like a golden opportunity to, like, do something, like, very useful in this sort of case scenario. So yeah, overall, this is a very interesting map. It's almost like you got the desert that's super dry, and then you just kind of this lush oasis with the geysers and the hills and everything else in between. Ooh, he's going with the mushroom trick over here. Nice hit. Okay. So one of our players is currently in 2nd and 4th. So we're kind of like evened out a little bit, but not like perfectly. So, one of our players is doing a bunch of homing shows, trying to see if we can get the 1st place spot. I think one of them hit them, actually. Okay, so now we're sandwiched. Oh, never mind. We're back to where we were before. Actually, we're in the lower quadrant now. We're not doing incredible on this map, but it's understandable, because this is a very difficult map, in my understanding. Because, like, most of all, those drifts are super annoying to hit in many circumstances, because you keep getting stuck in that sandy area, and that just keeps causing problems. Alright, so we finished the 1st race with 4th and 3rd. So a rocky start, but to remember, this is just a scrimmage. So now this is going to help us figure out what maps we are horrible at, so that way we won't be as horrible next time. So yeah, that's what we're going to do here. Alright, so now we're picking the donut plains. So if I have this correct, we're doing cups. So I'm guessing that means we're actually going to be going one by one. Donut plains is a little bit interesting. It's got the same problem as dry desert, but with the grasslands, where some of those drips are a little bit difficult to hit. I believe at the end of it, there's like a bunch of molehills. You gotta be careful not to get hit by them, but you can trick off them into like a hard left of the drift. So there's a good amount of areas where this map can be a bit challenging, but there's also a lot of options for like insane shortcuts if you have a mushroom. Like this, like what he's doing right now is like a perfect shortcut. And if you have a mushroom. And then that's another great shortcut. He just took another one. Blue Yoshi here is one of our players, and he's in 4th place right now. That's what I was talking about with the molehills in this area. So yeah, overall, it's not a huge map, but it's got some pretty tricky turns and all that, especially when you take the shortcuts the way some people do, because that's not easy to do every time. And he just got lucky with another mushroom there that he was able to hit with a homing shell too. And now he's taking that gigantic shortcut over there. That's absolutely perfect. Yeah, this map definitely is not as bad as the dry desert, because there's a lot more like dry areas where you're just kind of stuck. But here, there's a lot more options of what you can do. So, there are definitely a lot more opportunities here that we can do. We're going to do a lot better in this map. So far, we're kind of sandwiched between 1st and 4th by the other two. And we got a homing shell over here. He's throwing it. Oh, one of our players just got hit by one, and now he has a boo. So we're going to see how that works out for him. He's got some mushroom, though. So if he can use that mushroom in, like, the right area, that's, like, a perfect turning point for him. He's going for the large shortcut and is now using the mushroom. And now he's in 3rd place. He hasn't got anything. And, yeah, he's actually pretty close to Mario. Ooh. Mario just passed him right by. So it looks like we're finishing in 2nd and 4th here. Alright. Overall, not terrible, but not great. So we're not doing horribly, but we're not doing good either. Alright, so the next one, I actually don't remember awfully much about this map. But the setting looks pretty interesting. Nice little happy land that you can race in. Okay, so this is called the Royal Raceway. Okay, interesting. If I remember anything about this. Yes, okay, I think I remember a little bit about this map. This map doesn't have any, like, areas where you're really stuck like the other two did. This is more like an actual, like, built-up road, and it's a normal thing that you can do. It's got a couple, but not a lot of those rough areas. Alright, so one of our players has a banana and the other a mushroom. Mushrooms you could still definitely use in this area to get you into some good spots. And that pretty much goes for almost every map in the game, but especially in this because it's definitely going to be very helpful and in this game almost crucial if you're going to win. So yeah, if you want to have a mushroom, hold on to it until you get that shortcut, which is exactly what these guys are doing. Oh, it looks like Blue Yoshi just got hit by something, which I think is our player Evan. So I'm just going to call him Evan from now on. And I believe the White Yoshi is our player Hayden, which both are doing okay right now. Hayden's got 2nd place, Evan's got 4th. Hayden is coming up on the guy in 1st place. I don't know what his name is. Trey? Yeah, I'll go with Trey. It's an okay name. Okay, so he's got another mushroom, so we're going to see what he does here. He's using it for that, and he got hit by a wall there, but he's doing okay. He recovered from that pretty quickly. Oh, that sucks. The boo got him. Nothing worse than when you just get, like, a really cool item, and then it just gets snagged like that. I've had that happen to me in so many instances. We call it getting Mario Karted. Especially when you play with all the NPCs, too. It happens all the time. Like what happened to me just today. I'm like, I get like shelled, and it causes me to go off the map. I get back on, I get shelled again, and then I get my items stolen by a boo or something. It's crazy. It's just so many things happening at once. And I'll end up in like 12th place for some reason, like in an instant. It's hilarious in some cases. Okay, so we're now in first and second, so we're doing great here. This seems to be our map for some reason. Alright, now we're getting there. So if I look at the mini-map, they're actually pretty close by. But so far, we are holding the lead pretty well. Okay. Oh! Oh, no! Oh, that sucks. See, this is what I was talking about. He got shelled right at the end. Anything can happen to take your victory away. It's annoying, but it happens. Alright, well, that was a good game, though. We definitely did a lot better there than before. That's for sure. Okay, we are now going with the DK jungle here. Alright, so the DK jungle is very interesting. It's one of my favorite looking maps, honestly, I will say, because I love Donkey Kong. He's a really cool character, and he's got so many fun games that are just super interesting. But beyond that, this is not an easy map, per se. It's got some sharp turns, rough patches that you can get stuck in certain ways. But it also has a good opportunity for tricks and other things. Like, Evan just fell off the map here. And then you got these things that you can get hit by, the little tiki heads. So yeah, there's all sorts of things in this map that can trip you up and be very difficult in some ways. But there's also a good amount of tricks, shortcuts you can hit, like what Evan's doing right now, and Hayden's working on that little driftway over there. Got a homing shell. Oh, alright, looks like he had a defense item on him. Ooh, oh that's right, I forgot to talk about these things. They kind of like push you back when you're trying to get that. Oh, and it looks like Hayden just hit another good shortcut here. Me personally, I'm terrible at hitting that. That's not an easy shortcut to get cut to deal. Okay, another trick. Got the little flower bong, bing, and then the tiki heads. This map is very well put together, I will say. It's got every aspect that's like unique. Where in other maps, sometimes they just kind of repeat a little bit. But here they have like everything's unique. Then you go to like the banana temple or something, and then they have this whole nother little unique section of the map where like there's something interesting happens. You got the golden banana. Then you got these guys that push you back. Super cool. They're very well designed. I love this map in so many ways, but it is hard. Looks like Hayden's going for the shortcut. Made it perfectly. Evan has an invincibility star, but he's trying to figure out when or not to use it. He's got a blue shell. Yup, he's using it so he can use the blue shell. But he did miss the shortcut though, which just shows how hard that thing is to hit. Believe me, you need good handling on the car. Not only that, you need to like be able to do that very quickly and almost in an instant. It's not an easy shortcut to hit. Okay, looks like Evan's got some toads on him. Which in the past 2 maps, toads are extremely useful, but in this map, it's not as necessary as before. Looks like he's got a bullet bill he's using, so that's pretty good for him. That'll help him get some progress going. He's pretty far away though, I must say. Mario is coming in close on Hayden though, and okay, so we finished in 2nd and 4th, so not bad. Not great, but not bad. So that puts us in just below good, I'm gonna say. Alright, so looks like we got the silver cup here. Perfect. Wonderful. Alright, so that's looking pretty good so far. Alright, well that was pretty damn good, I will say myself. By the way, all you Mario Kart fans out there, let me know what your favorite map is, honestly, because, like, DK is one of mine. Because, like, I may be a little biased because I love the game, but it's also just a very well-designed map with how it's just displayed and everything. Every little section has something new that can kill you. Okay, looks like we're repicking our characters. Or yes, we're changing out our player from Hayden to Casey. So that'll be interesting. Alright, so that should work around the same way. Then we're gonna go into our second cup, I believe. Just gonna have a little intermission here. Enjoy the silence. You can hear the rhythm of the things around you right now. It's so quiet. Alright, here we go. So, oh, we have Hayden again. Alright, so this is what we're gonna go with. It's gonna be our little matchup here. There we go. Alright, let's pick the race, and we are starting. I don't know what cup we picked, though. Alright, I have no... Oh, here we go. We're about to pick the cup. I'm gonna put out a theory. I'm gonna guess they're gonna pick... So, they banned the Cross Cup, the Bell Cup, the Flower Cup, and one more. But I'm gonna guess they're gonna pick... I don't know. I think they're gonna pick the... I'm gonna go with the Star Cup. Yeah, that's a good one. I think they might pick that one, actually. Oh, that's right. The last one they banned was the Mushroom Cup. Hey, I finally remembered. Bell, Crossing, Mushroom, and Flower. Those are the cups that were banned. And they picked the Star. Perfect. My theory was correct. Wonderful. Alright, so we're gonna start in with the first map. Ooh, just got blinded by the sun. Ooh. Tell you, that happens more often than you think it would. Alright, here we go. Starting off with this first one, honestly, you can relate to this map because it's almost like a real airport in a way. But, you know, a lot brighter. But it's displayed like similar to how an airport would be. So, we've all been there at some point. You know, you see what an airport looks like. A lot of people, though. But if there weren't so many people, it would kind of look something like this. Alright, so we're flying on the wing of the plane. I don't personally know of any shortcuts in this map. I'm sure there's a couple, but I haven't really noticed them, so we're gonna find out. Alright, so it looks like we're already starting with second and third, which is good. Alright, perfect. So he's definitely closing in on the, our first player, Casey's closing in. Okay, so there's one. There's a little shortcut with a little conveyor belt at the end. That's right, it's coming back to me now. There is one of those, but I'm pretty sure that's like one of the only shortcuts that you can really take in this map. This map is just like pretty much full-on skill than shortcuts. There's just not a lot of shortcuts that you can take. Ooh, Casey just got hit by a red shell in midair. Oh, that sucks. Oh, there's a little shortcut I just saw there. A little mini ramp. That's interesting. She just threw her homing shell. I hope that was intentional. I mean, I would have waited a little bit. She missed the item block, which is not good. And, ooh. Okay, so our second player, Hayden, is right behind Casey. Casey's going to take the shortcut. Hayden threw the homing shell, but he got one thrown at him. Hayden's now in fourth. Casey's in second with one ink blotch on her screen. God, I must say, the ink of the squid is like the worst thing you can possibly get in this game, in my opinion. Because, like, I'm practically legally blind to begin with. Like, I wear glasses and contacts for a living. And when I can't see, I just mess up all the time. I fall off the map, like, right away. And I can't, like, until the ink blotch goes away, I'm basically, like, running around in circles all the time. Like, it's a full-on hysteria. I just start panicking out of nowhere when the ink blotch comes on. Speaking of which, Hayden just got a bullet bill. Now he's in second place. Ooh, another bullet bill just flew by. Lucio. Oh, alright, so we're finishing in second and fourth. Oh, wait. Oh, second and third. Okay. There we go. Now we're talking. That's better. Alright, that's pretty good. That's kind of where we want to be. Wonderful. Alright, so the next map should be Dolphin Shoals, which is an interesting one. Dolphin Shoals is nice when you go under the water, see all the dolphins. I remember one time I actually did that in real life. It's a very cool experience to get to see everything. Alright, so we got the dolphin shells here. I don't know of too many shortcuts you could take, but I do know, yes, you start underwater, and there's like a couple waterfalls and things you could take. Oh, there's like an eel in the middle that you can like trick off its tail, but every time I try to do it, I always end up falling off the map, so we're gonna see how this goes for our players here. So yes, we got the rings over here. Gonna trick up there. I'm not sure if there's any mushroom tricks that you can do. Yeah, probably not. Otherwise, I probably wouldn't have used it right away. Yes, the tubes is a big one. So that way just kind of turns to... Here's the eel I was talking about. You should see just how hard it is to, like, actually, like, survive on this. Okay, he just used a noise box out of nowhere. That's not good. This guy's got a bomb. Okay. Okay, both our players just passed them right by, which is incredible. Ooh, okay, perfect. So we're actually doing pretty good right now. We're holding the lead, but they are pretty close to us. Alright, so let's see. We're doing the second lap now, going with the rings. Boom, boom. This is like that one map where you can like totally tell it's just like it already hits you right when you start. Boom, big tropical oasis. Beautiful. Alright, we got the shells again. Here comes the eel. In my opinion, this is the hardest part of the map, because I fall almost every time, and I get so mad over it. Because I'm like, I try to like do the trick thing, and I'll make the mistake of drifting on it, and when you do that, like, it's over. So I don't know how they're able to do this. It blows my mind almost every time. Alright, here we go. So we're in second and first right now, which is pretty good, and we're starting the third lap. And if you look on the mini-map, the other player is actually a decent ways behind, so we're holding the lead by a pretty big margin here. Alright, we're making the big drip. Ooh, one of them just got, like, bashed by something. I don't know what that was. Alright, here comes the eel again. Is one of them gonna fall on this? Okay, one of them followed. Casey kind of fell at the end a little bit, which is understandable. Oh, Hayden just fell off the map. Wait, whoa, whoa! What just happened? What was that? He just clipped behind the rock. Oh, that sucks. And now he's in 4th place. Hayden is now in 4th place. And we're finishing with 1 and 4. Okay. I don't know what happened there at the end of that. He was doing so well until he accidentally hit that. I guess you could say he got Mario Karted. Oh, that stinks. Alright, ooh, next is the Electrodome. This is an interesting one. Though this might actually be one of my other favorite maps of the game. Just because of the design. I'm like a sucker for design in this game. Like when the map is like really well visually put together, like I automatically fall in love with it. It's pretty cool. So the Electrodome is pretty cool with the way they do things. They have like very good drifts in certain areas. You gotta be careful because there are some like rough patches. But there's a bunch of stuff that's like super interesting. So yeah, we already started with like the fly up in the air. And there's like this huge drip right from the beginning. Oh, that's right. I forgot about this area where like they have like the little path that tricks behind you. That is so cool how they designed that. Yeah, and it splits off into 2 paths here. I don't remember any of the shortcuts for this map either. Not necessarily. Because there really is not a lot of them. Because this map is kind of like a map where you kind of forces you to go through everything. Okay, he just hit a full drift right there. Hayden managed to block the homing shell. That's good. Ooh, here's a mushroom shortcut that one of our players just took. Nice. And we are already starting our second map. Alright, well, Hayden just got bashed by something again and again. Oh my god. Well, he just got Mario Karted. We got we got the big disco area. We get with the path behind you. Here we go. Alright, he just threw a homing shell and it looks like it hit. So our players are in 3rd and 2nd right now. Never mind, 2nd and 4th. Hayden just got hit with something again. Okay, I believe he's probably gonna save a mushroom. Nope, never mind, he's not. Okay, here we go, and boom, he's using a boo. This would have been a great spot for a mushroom he could have used if he saved it. And, oh, alright, here we go. We're starting the third lap now. Third and second for our players. Casey, oh, never mind. Second and fourth. Never mind. Third and fourth. Well, what is happening here? We're all just getting hit by stuff. Oh my god, Hayden just got hit by something again. He just bashed Mario with 2 homing shells in a row there. Okay, apparently this one guy is like super far ahead of them. Wait, what? Wait, he just finished. Oh wow, how did he get so far ahead? I have no idea how that happened. Okay, Hayden's got invincibility, so he's getting second. And, okay, so looks like we're finishing with second and fourth. So yeah, honestly, just with the background of Electro Dome, you can already tell this is one of my favorite maps. It's such a good map in this sort of way. It's really cool, especially with the way it loops back around like that. Interesting. It's got character. Alright, the next one's gonna be Mount Wario. That's like another super good one, in my opinion. You already start with like the big drop off with the fly. You got this whole snowy kingdom, which is basically the same way as what it is outside. I mean, telling you, if any of you have looked outside in the past 2 days, you would know it's like a apocalypse out there, or at least if you live in New Jersey. Seriously, the snow was like at the top, like by my leg. It's ridiculous. Alright, we're already starting here with the big drop off. Got those 2 little drifts there. Boom. Boom. Some of those can be hard to hit, because if you fall off the map there, then it's a problem. You got the 2 pass here with a little trick on top. Boom. Perfect. Yeah, that's pretty cool, man. You got this icy road back here. Casey just used a mushroom. Not sure why. Ooh, apparently there's a shortcut there. Ooh, I didn't even know that existed. Interesting. Okay, here we go. So now they're in this little cave area. And now they're in this area where you got the rocks and everything. You got to make sure you can hit everything. Now, I actually always end up falling straight into the water when I do this because my parachute will just pretty much die on me. So I'm never good at that part. Ooh, this is cool. This little area with the little speed bumps and the waterfalls. It's like you're going on like the side of like a dam or something. Waterfalls and everything. Super interesting. Okay, this looks like a snowy mountain in the woods where you kind of like go sledding and all that. So I believe, yes, they have like a couple logs here. Yes, here it is that you can trick off of. So that's a whole thing there. Oh, Casey just banged into a tree and lost her second place. Ooh, that guy's got a piranha plant, and Mario's got a bullet bill he just used. Hayden's doing pretty good in second, though. He's already tricking off everything. He's got a noise box, so he's pretty much set, honestly. So he's pretty good. But he's in third place, though. Oh, we got some bumps here that he's tricking off of. Yeah, that's basically like the very end of it. They're on their third lap, by the way. You don't notice it because it's like, it changes every time. So they're about to finish. He's got to like make a big move here very quickly. Lucio just got hit, so he's going to use his noise box, and I'm guessing he's going to throw the homing shell if he can. But it might be a little too late, yeah. Alright, so let's see if we can get second and third here. Casey? Yes, second and third. Alright, so this is what we got this round. Pretty good. Pretty good. So both their players are ending up with 10 points in the final game, which is pretty okay for me. Alright, well, we did it. There we go. That's another match down. Perfect 2 cups. So yeah, this is definitely a good scrimmage for our players. We learned what best we're like really bad at, and we're actually didn't do too bad in the end in the grand scheme of things. So that's good. Alright, guys, well, make sure you stay tuned for more Mario Kart updates in the future. we should be having matches weekly, and I will make sure to keep you guys updated, and I'll keep streaming these for you guys all season long. All season long, hopefully. However, life gets in the way, so you never know. I might be out one day. Anyway, hope you guys have a good day. We're gonna end this stream here, and go Mario Kart.